Morning guys, so new job. Today we're putting a shower in. Now it's similar to what I've done at my house. Going to change the bath taps. We're just going to put some, because that one had a shower hose on it, so we're going to change them, get rid of them, take the bath panel off. We've got the airing cupboard is behind this wall here, so we're going to pull a couple of pipes down through the floor, under the bath, take a couple of rows of tiles off, and then we're going to bring some pipes up out the wall for a shower mixer. And then a new riser rail, rapid set, re-grout, re-silicone, and then connect a pump up in the airing cupboard. It's all pretty straightforward. We're just draining down at the moment. So the airing cupboard is basically here. So we've got our hot, which is that one. We have got a new fitting to go on there, but we're going to have to do some repiping. So we'll figure that out. We just got to work out which one of them is the cold for the bath. I have a feeling it's one of them at the back there, but I can soon identify that easily enough. So while I'm identifying pipes, I should get Ricky to take a couple of rows of tiles off for me at the bottom there. We'll rip the bath panel off, and then we should see where we're at from there. Quite an easy day really, nothing too strenuous. I've already taken the shower screen off. Luckily it came off really easily. There goes my Ring doorbell. So we'll clean all that silicone off, and then we can reuse the screen, because like I say, we got that off nice and easy. So let's get the bath panel off, see where we're at. Okay, so Ricky's hard at work taking the tiles off the wall, and they ain't taken off the 2 rows, but we just cut a hole in the wall under the bath, which I'll show you. So that's the hole. I don't know if you can actually see in there. If I can get a bit of light, hold on. Let me see if I can get a bit of light in there. You can actually see it's full of old plasterboard. So the builders have actually filled up the boxing under the boiler with old plasterboard. So out here, where you see this box, basically what they've done is they've just shoved all the old offcuts of plasterboard underneath there, and then just covered it over. I don't know why I'm surprised, but anyway, what I'm going to do now, sorry I should have showed you this, what I'm going to do now, got the pump roughly where it's going to sit. We're going to stick it there. We're going to do a couple of holes down there carefully, which we can then thread our plastic pipes through, and then hopefully we can pull them out through under the bath and over to the end of the bath. Ricky's flying away there. It's got our 2 rows of tiles off. So now we can mark the centre, take the bath tap off, chase a groove up for our pipe work. Happy days. Flying through it. Okay, so pipes are run. You're going to have to excuse me guys, because I am going to have to use my phone, because I'm trying to do this the easy way. Pipes are run, and Ricky has taken the tiles off. Luckily for us, the previous tiler didn't bother priming the wall, which made taking off the tiles pretty easy, as you can see there. So we've got those 2 rows off, so we've just got to do a chase there. We've got our 2 plastic pipes that have now come out through the hole, and they run to the end of the bath. We've labelled one up as a hot pipe, and we've got them going in through the floor there, so they can come up straight into the pump. And then all we've got to do is come off the hot, which is that one there. That one there is the hot. So come off that, down in, and then I've just got to identify which one of them pipes is the cold bath feed. Come off of that, in, connect it all up that end. So it's quite a straightforward job this, making it look easy guys. Yeah, so that's where we're at. We're just going to do the chases, get the chases done, get the copper in the wall, because I'm going to use copper for the actual shower connection, and then we just do the push fit under the bath. So let's get those bits done, and then we can show you where we're at. Okay, so we've managed to get our pipes in the wall. Pretty straightforward really, as you can see just there. Sorry guys, this is awkward. So we've just wet that inside there with some primer. Put a little bit of expanding foam in just to help hold the pipes in for now. That's rapid set toddy. It's just going to hold them pipes in. We've protected the pipes. What we've done underneath, because we had to put some weird bends in. As you can see, we've got some nice bends coming in just to connect to our hot and cold feed. And then obviously we still got to put the tap back in, but we'll do that. I'm going to have a look in my van. I might have some aerosol spray. We might be able to touch this up because I've got a new bath tap that looks like that. If I haven't got any, then there's not going to be a lot I can do, but sometimes I carry bits like that in the van, so I might be able to just give that a light rub and a couple of little squirts of some spray, just so we can put the tap back on and have it looking nice and white rather than looking a bit grimy like that. But we're getting there slowly. While that goes off, I'm going to have a look in the airing cupboard and start doing the final pipe connections in there, and then we're pretty much good to go. Put the tiles on, mount the shower, put the screen back on. Happy days. Oh, we've got to change the taps on the basin, but that's a minor job. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll get on with the plumbing in the airing cupboard. Alright, okay guys, so we're going to try and do something a little bit different to minimise bends. So I'm just going to connect the feed to the shower, and then we'll do the inlet afterwards. So as you can see, I've got the pipes coming up out the floor, as you know, and we're going to try and do a horseshoe on our copper pipe. I've done the cold already, just going to repeat the same process on the hot. Gauging roughly how much we want. I'm just going to give it a bit of a bend and then just creep it around little bit by little bit, trying to keep it sort of square. It's not going to be a perfect horseshoe, but it's going to be reasonable. It's just a little bend like so, just so that we can stick it in here. Let's cut this down a bit, I don't want it this long. Roughly the same length as this one. About there. And that's it. So hot and cold in place. So we can put a couple of screws down to hold the pump in place. And now we've got to do now is connect our inlets. So all we've got to do now is come off our hot up there, down into our hot here, which is on this left hand side, and then off our cold, which we now know which one it is. We can come across and straight down onto it. Pretty straightforward, easy at the moment. Okay guys, so we're going to be installing one of these. It's a cylinder flange, or a Surrey flange, or an Essex flange. There's loads of different names. Basically your shower will come out of that and your tank will come out the top. Loads of PTFE tape, unbolt it from the top of your tank, drop her in, wind her up. Give her a crank, get it to line up. Not going to work. There we go, she's nice and tight. And we need some other little bits which are in my bag. These are just some adapters. One's going to go in the top, one's going to go in the side. So PTFE again. Okay, so we've fitted our flange, our shower flange, or whatever you want to call it. Essex flange, Surrey flange, there's hundreds of different names. So we're just going to repipe that bit. I'm putting it back in as it was, and then my shower's going to come out of this one, come down here straight into our pump, which is down here. So we do a 15mm come out of that, we'll do a reducer, 15mm, sweep it down, keep it nice and tight. I'm not going to come all the way over because it's going to take up too much room. So I'll try and keep it reasonably tight with a slight kick and sweep straight in to the pump. Hopefully that's the plan anyway. Let's see how we get on. And that's how we've done it, as you can see. So it's coming out of there into a coupler, into a reducer, 15mm swept down, and then into the pump. So we just got to do something similar now, connect the cold up to a pipe over in that back corner, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that one. So we just got to desolder that, clean that pipe up, cut into it a T, come out, and then down. So let's get that done now. Okay, so cold is now connected, looped down, hot is connected. It's all connected, none of the water's turned back on yet. We just got that stuff in there just for the meantime. We've put the tap on the bath, and we've primed the wall, making sure that our pipes are still level and sitting as they should. So we'll knock a bit of gear up now, throw the tiles back on, get them grouted, shower screen back on, silicone, change the basin taps, and then we're pretty much good to go. A good tidy up, which Ricky's done the bulk of already. Put the waste back on, and hopefully that should be us. Pretty much good, golden. Fingers crossed we don't have any leaks, but we won't know until we turn the water all back on. So stay with us, guys. Okay guys, we are basically finished. We're just doing the final clean. Ricky ain't done half a day because he was going away for the weekend, so I've had the final slog for the end of the day, which is why the video quality is probably not what you're used to. But we've done well, we've done very well. It's all back together, the bath panel's all back on, bathroom's basically finished and cleaned. Just give you a little show. So, as you can see, we've put a nice silicone bead all the way around the bath. Bath's all filled with water and weighed down. We've got our shower on, our riser rail, our rain head is on. It's all tested. Screen is back on, it's all grouted. So the screen's back on, the bath panel is back on, and the floor is nice and clean. And then obviously in here, we have checked for leaks, ignore the water there. So yeah, everything is looking really nice. We just got to dry that last bit of water up. It's starting to go, but just double check everything, but everything is looking absolutely mustard. And there we go, final clean throughout, all the way around. See how dry that's getting now, dried that up a bit. That was just because we had a small leak up there which I had to resolder one joint, but that's what the water's for. But everything else is bone dry, it's all been tested. No issues whatsoever, and it's all looking like as new. It's like we were never here, except they've gained a new shower. So that's another job completed by DC Joinery. I'm knackered, I've got a job to go look at, and I'm going to go home. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will see you Monday morning on a bathroom refurb. See you then, bye bye.